So, Dusty, your background is in marine biology, is that
Yes,
right? You're kind of
that's
a marine
correct.
biologist. You've mentioned before. Yesterday we were at the aquarium. You mentioned that you've done work with sea turtles and helping sea turtles. Can you tell me what you were doing there?
Yeah, well, when I was in university, during the first 2 summers of my university, I would go to Greece and I worked at a sea turtle rehabilitation center.
Wow.
And basically, I kind of worked like a sea turtle nurse.
Wow.
So I would help give injections to turtles that were sick and help sew up wounds and basically just do first aid for sea turtles.
Were you wearing like a cute little nurse's outfit?
All the time, actually.
Excellent.
I found that helped a
Excellent.
lot.
What kind of care do sea turtles require?
Well, basically what happens is when a sea turtle gets sick,
Uh-huh.
their defense mechanism is that they just float.
Oh,
They're not
okay.
fish. They can't breathe water.
Right.
So for them, it's better to be on the surface.
Okay.
And sometimes kind fishermen find them or people on the beach find them and they bring them to us.
Right.
And the first thing we do is we give them a fresh water bath because, sea turtles live in salt water, so all
Right.
their parasites are things that are used to being in salt water. So you
Right.
give them to fresh water. That kills most of them.
Oh,
We'd
wow.
get some of the barnacles, clean up their shells a bit, and try and see what the injury was. After that, we put them usually give them vitamin injections
Wow.
to kind of get their systems up a bit. And we would take them to a professional vet if they were really badly injured. The most common things we found were fish hooks stuck in throats,
Wow.
or sometimes they'd swallow things. Sea turtles will eat anything.
Really?
The amount of cigarette butts you'll find coming out of one sea turtle is incredible. You'd think they were chain smokers.
Holy smoke.
Yeah.
Holy smoke is right, I guess. What was the worst sea turtle kind of situation that you found? I mean,
Well, it's a bit, one of the things apparently in Greece, and I don't know if it still goes on, this was almost 10 years ago,
Right.
but apparently it's bad luck to catch a sea turtle in your nets, and so they tried to kill the turtles. Not all fishermen, but many fishermen would try to injure the turtles, but it's really hard to kill one. And they only used what they had on the boat, which meant their boots or their fish hooks or their knives or whatnot.
Ouch.
And they're tough creatures. So we had one turtle came in whose head had just been split open. It looked like someone had opened the book the wrong way, and you could see its skull and even a section of its brain. And they'd gouged out, I think, one of its eyes. It was not in a good shape. And the kind of sad thing is that, the best thing to do would be to euthanize the turtle, but
Right.
we're not allowed to do that because they're
Really?
threatened or endangered species, so you have to get permission from the government first to do it, and they have to,
Wow, sounds like a process. I'm assuming that the turtle didn't make it out too well. I
No,
guess.
that turtle
Yeah.
was set down. And it's a bit of a
Okay.
hard choice.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Mhm.
Any happy turtle stories?
We have lots of happy turtle stories, too. So a lot of times we'll get turtles that come in with a flipper that's missing,
Okay.
and that's actually not a big deal.
Really?
Yeah, they can survive with missing a flipper, or even
Really?
sometimes even 2 flippers, depending on which ones.
Really?
So it's kind of nice to rehabilitate them and see them go from an animal that's not eating and is very weak within just a few months being much stronger and ready to swim off.
Can you give them like a peg flipper or something, or is that
Actually,
like
there's some scientists looking to do that. And even
Really?
Really? Yeah, in Japan, there are scientists now who are working on making fake limbs for sea turtles, and that's one of the possibilities.
fascinating stuff?
And then,
Wow.
Yeah, one of the islands, the veterinarians there were using actual bird wings, like the bones inside the wing, to help
Really?
rebuild the sea turtle
Wow.
shells.
Wow.
Sea turtle shells will grow back as well if they're injured. We had one turtle that was missing about 15% of its shell from the
Wow.
back down. And we just watched in less than 2 months, a good chunk of that had grown back, actually. It was really surprising.
How does
And
that?
that turtle
How
got
would it lose
released.
its shell?
Probably a propeller. Sea
Oh.
turtles aren't they're not very fast and they're not very smart.
Right.
And they tend to get hit by boats a lot as well. So you'll see these big gashes in their shells sometimes where they've been
Okay.
hit.
So you won't see too many sea turtle mathematicians.
No.
Gotcha.
Sea turtle politicians, perhaps, but
I've
about
seen
it.
plenty of those. Yes.